This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh, no.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Yeah,
Never
it turned
in
out
all
that
his
Stanley had
years at the
COVID.
company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, did he now? Okay, this is my office. My name is Stanley. Hello. The lights are not on in my office. In fact, my office is a closet. I cannot help but notice that I do not have a light switch in my office. I wish to complain to management about this. The lights are not on. Can I even close my own door? No. Disappointing. Where is the light switch for my office? Hello? Hello? You don't have a light switch either. What? Seriously? We need to talk to the employee union about this. This is embarrassing.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so what I'm noticing here is that there are 9 lights, but only 5 of them are on. But I was told that there are 4 lights. I am so confused. And I can't go back home. You can't go home again, even if home is a stupid little cabin in Siberia. Right, yes. Hello?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What's that? There's a message on your answering machine? What's that? You left the oven on and now you've burnt down your entire complex and the landlady is after you for the insurance money? Oh my goodness. Hello? 26. 25. Wait, what is the layout of this? Why? Hold on. We go from 26, 25. This is 20 over here. This door does not have a number. Are you for real right now? Nah, that must be where the employee who's secretly an axe murderer works. I found another door that does not have a number. What is with the numbering here? 420, 429, 428. So in this room, the even numbered doors are on this side, except for this number 430. No, wait a minute. 431 to 436 are these. 431, 432, 433. Are you writing this down? This will be important later. And these are the 420s. 420, 69, 421. 420. This is door number 420.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
I haven't
but it
touched
didn't make a
everything.
single difference.
I have not touched
nor
this,
did it advance the story in any way.
Who farted coffee mug? I'm not going to touch the who farted coffee mug. Frankly, I find coffee to be disgusting. A drink for peasants. I hate Mondays. Well, that is true. Note to self, do not publish this video on a Monday.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, this room has 4 lights that are out and 8 that are on. See, I'm paying attention. Right, entering the door on my left. Tut, 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 tut. Okay, you've gone, closed that off, have you? 413? No, of course this door doesn't open. Your monitor's on. Hold on. The dots. I have connected them. It was all 413's fault. No. Let me in. Why was 11 afraid of 13? I don't know. And precisely what are these windows to? Hold on. Is anybody paying attention to the overall layout of this building, or do we have something like The Shining going on here, where this is a window that's supposedly going outside, but is actually going into more office space?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Right, yes,
Feeling
okay.
a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
On Thursdays, we discuss mergers, ideas, and development. Groups 430. Wait a minute. I was 430. What number was I? Rip Franz. Oh. I guess he was somebody important. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Who is the whiteboard manager? Anybody remember what my number was? It was 437, wasn't it? I hope that wasn't important. I've forgotten that. I do remember that there were 5 lights. Hello? Ahead. Oh. Number of slides on this slide. Charts, slides, charts, and... Now, I was reading that. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. No, that graph is incorrect too. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. You can't do that with a Venn diagram. What? Oh, okay. Circle the top 20 things you love most about the boss. I love the fact that his testicles smell like bourbon. Broom closet. Finally, a door with a helpful label on. Oh my god, it actually opens.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
Shut up,
so he
narrator.
turned around
You're
and got
completely
back on
wrong.
track.
There is a wrench. There is a roll of wire with a nuclear symbol on it. There is some duct tape. If I was playing
There
Fallout
was
4, I
nothing
would
here.
absolutely
No
grab the
choice to
duct
make,
tape
no path
and
to follow,
the nuclear
just an
things.
empty
Quiet,
broom
narrator.
closet.
I'm talking. It's
No
very,
reason
very
to
difficult to
stay
hear myself
here.
think. Stop talking. More duct tape. Yes, definitely. You can tell this isn't Fallout 4 because there would not be this much duct tape in one
It was
location.
baffling that Stanley
Also,
was still just sitting
I
in
can't
the broom
jump.
closet.
I have just
He
learned
wasn't
that I
even
cannot
doing
jump.
anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
There is something
As
to
it is,
interact with.
He's
It's this
literally
door.
just standing there.
It's
doing
this door.
something
I am
there.
interacting with this door. Right, hello.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Right, yes. These are the questions that come up in life. Does one go up or does one go down? Sweet down below to the place to which nobody goes. Well, very well. I'll do what Mr. Narrator says. Up the stairs we go. Now, wait a minute. Well, fine, so be it. Close that door. Executive bathroom. Hello? Oh. Goodness gracious. Time and Extreme Bathrooms magazine, featuring such luxurious bathrooms as... Wait a minute. I get the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse. What? That doesn't rhyme! What are we, British? Course, purse? Can you rhyme course and purse in British speak? I don't know. Theater. Hello. I'm here to see Mr. Grufflepants. Ooh, classified reports. Hold on. You know what? Just zoom in and flip this in post. I wish to read it. Hello.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Yes.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley
Wait,
wondered in
wait,
disbelief
excuse me.
who orchestrated this.
Everything
What
in
dark
this office
secret
is
was
an
being held
indication
from him?
of human life.
What he could not have
Everything
known
in this
was that the
office
keypad
is an
behind the
indication
boss's
of
desk
human life because it means
guarded
that
the
humans
terrible
lived
truth
here.
that his
Right?
boss had been keeping
This
from
piano
him.
did not spawn
And so
out
the
of
boss
the
had
ether.
assigned it
These books were
to
collected here
secret
for a
pin number
reason, and these pictures depict
2845.
I am the most
But of
expensive
course,
boss.
Stanley couldn't possibly have
Sewage
known this.
Lilies by Claude Money, and Carte Blanche et Mont Blanc. The human beings chose to put these here. I have over here a diploma, a certificate of pompousness.
Stanley just sat
Can't actually
around
read it.
twiddling his thumbs.
I'm not twiddling my
Trying to
thumbs.
input anything on the device was useless.
I haven't
since
tried-
he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll try the combination 2845. Hello. I have to push it.
2845.
Be quiet now. 2845. Behold.
Incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hello. La 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 la. This sure is something. Button. Oh.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
It's almost as though I am a video in a character game.
As though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Excellent. I don't want to be here. Take me back up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office?
Because there was sparks and scariness.
I just can't wait to find out.
Oh my god, Mr. Narrator, I am telling you that there was sparks and scariness, and therefore I decided I didn't want to do this. I want to find a flashlight. My boss is a man of culture and taste. There must be some sort of light to be had in here.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator.
Yes.
It's still just exactly what it is.
I can't help but notice that.
What a decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again.
I certainly have done this thing.
Fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated.
Listen to me, narrator man. What I wanted was a flashlight so that I could shine more light on the situation.
Plot points, one after the other, weaving
proverbially and also literally.
Uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
All right, I get the picture. Back down we go.
Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Now, hold on. I do wish to point out that Mass Effect at least had the decency to hide their loading screens behind elevators.
Surely this time Stanley will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Would you stop talking about the spooky corridor? I have no wish to be in spooky corridor.
Stanley
I just want to
walked
go back
straight ahead through the large door
and push
that
buttons.
read Mind Control Facility.
Uh-huh. You know, I don't think I'm doing that, actually. Hello? Hello? There we go. That was weird. It was like a force field.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
That sounds a lot better than that other thing that I was doing.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Oh. Yes, but that way lies a mind control facility, and I think not. I think not. Goodbye.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward.
Actually, what I've done is I've just put my finger on the W key, and I've gone for a cup of tea, the superior beverage. Oh, hello. Interesting fact, I'm alive.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Trapped forever in a narrow vision of what the world is? Hold on just a moment there, Mr. Narrator Man. I've gone and turned you down in my headset so I can't hear you talking. But listen for just a second. Here,
to his brief and shallow life.
Is there any way to get out first?
Farewell, Stanley.
Talking about this for just a moment. Being trapped in a narrative not of my own choosing, and... Hello?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Okay,
in a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Hello. That's not a thing that happened, though. As I was saying, been trapped... you said something about being trapped. Rewind and say that again.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Because I've been trapped in this freaking rail shooter that doesn't have any shooting in it. Hello.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
I can't see a thing now. This is why I wanted a flashlight, Mr. Narrator. How far off base can I go here? How big is this room? Okay, that appears to be the end of this side of the room. In the interest of saving everybody's time, I think I'll just walk through this door.
When
Hello.
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I mean, as soon as you're born, you're dying, according to the great philosopher Stephen Harris. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout the development though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Yes, but you see there was that's a window, not a door. Yes, of course. Of course. I did, in fact, get the impression that I kept trading off left and right, and as a result going around either the edge of the building or the building itself was in a giant S shape. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. The 2 doors. The union of the 2 doors. What would those be, anyway? The door to the opening of the Chamber of Secrets, and the door... What, to Narnia? Narnia, you go through a door, right? It's a wardrobe. Shut up. The set of the 2 open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parables design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets. Very important that you get these details correct. Office computers... Solitaire, yes. Employee database, please enter your command. What do we have here? Installation, how exciting. Doors. Now hold on, there's not actually... Oh, this is nice. If I click this, there's not a locking noise. The desk. This is nobody's desk. This is not my desk. Button sounds. A mix of sounds that we use throughout the game. Hello. No, I still prefer the Final Fantasy VII error message, thank you. Original music, sound design, additional music, additional voice work, model design. The impeccable Kevin Brighting as the narrator. 22nd Century Toys LLC. Yes, ooh, there's a sub-wing of the museum over here. Boss's office. Oh, I like that one. It's very austere, Soviet. Why have you come to fail me, comrade? Office clock, yes, indeed. And around this, I was going to say for a moment, I thought we were going into non-Euclidean geometry, but sort of an Escher painting. Underground, yes, very nice.
To end this injustice forever. Let's see. Stanley walked through the green door. Stanley pushed the number 6. Pushed the big red button. And finally...
Yeah. Okay. Is there more? Oh my goodness, there's more. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending. Countdown desk. The countdown ending. More of the freedom ending. Monitor room elevator. The elevator room could go up or down. We abandoned this. Players found it too difficult to remember what was up or what was down and placed the 2 endings together. The countdown room. An early version of the countdown room. I wish to find this countdown room. Over here I have the game design mock-up. This is the level that William, the lead designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. This got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mock-up is still in the game. Kind of a little bit of Portal 2 aesthetic going on here. Stanley's office. The first from November 2011, the second from March 2012, and the third in February. Yes, it was 427, not 437. If it was room 327, it would be The Shining. The office. The lounge. The apartment timer. The cargo lift. Right, yes. What is all this? Lounge vents maintenance. Lounge. Lounge. Maintenance. Meeting room. Alright. So there's a confusion ending to be found in the lounge. That's what you're telling me. I don't know how to get to the apartment ending. We'll find that out later. Zending levels. The Zending was cut and merged with another part of the game. The escape menu. We had an ending that only ended when players restarted from the escape menu. Ah, I see. We're back in the countdown room. Does anyone remember? Ah, I believe I'm meant to go through, follow the signs for the exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I have no indication that the narrator wishes to be free, but whatever. Hiya.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
I don't think so. I think the voice in my head is manipulating me and interrupting my own
Sometimes these
monologue.
things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let
Choose not to decide. You still have made a choice. Hello and welcome back.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Right, well,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I obey. I obey.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I obey. I obey.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I obey. I obey. Hello. Business strategy. Kill pandas. Yes. Hello. Oh goodness. What's this? Does this go somewhere? Oh, wow. You can't tell, but I'm doing a cat jam right now. Hello. What happens if I go down? I see. Very exciting. Well then. Hold up. Excuse me. I see what you did there, Mr. Video Game. I'm slightly disappointed. Alright, what was the combination? 2,
Stepping into
8,
his manager's
4,
office,
5?
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I obey, I obey. All right, fine. Against my better instincts,
Stanley
I
walked
will
straight
go
ahead
through
through
the
the large
big
door
door
that read
marked Mind Control Facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature
Fired.
revealed. Each bore the number
All right, so
of an
at
employee in the
4:37
building,
wait.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals
4:33.
reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
4,
one of
5,
them,
6.
eternally monitored in this place where
It's 41,
freedom
wait.
meant nothing.
Hey, you changed them. Hardly fair.
This mind control facility, it was
Employee
too horrible
pirate?
to believe. It
I wish to
couldn't be
meet
true.
Employee Pirate.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I mean, I do want to be happy with my boring job.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had
not
he
yet.
truly spent his entire life utterly blind
Probably
to
about
the
like
world?
10, 15 years away from this sort of technology.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working.
None-
all of it
no.
monitored and commanded from this very place.
Hello.
And as the cold reality of his past began to
What is
sink
this?
in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
5. Aha. There's a button over there now. Can I go up the staircase now? I don't think I can go up the staircase. I'm not allowed to go up the staircase. Here's a button labeled 1. 1. 2. Console disabled. Alright, facility power. Let's go have a look in here. Mind controls idle. System power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I turned off the AC and suffocated, didn't I?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the
Well, I already
machine's
saw the
grasp?
credits, and I know there are no
What
credits
other
for the
mysteries did
co-workers,
this
you see.
strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I can't. You did not give me a jump button.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy. All of his co-workers were gone. What
All
could
right,
it
so
mean?
obviously I know
Stanley
something
decided
of
to go
something
to the meeting
confusion
room.
ending. We're
Perhaps he had
obviously going to have to
simply
go
missed a
through
memo.
the other door. All of these doors remain locked, I presume. So, let's go this
When
way.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Good point. Let me
Perhaps
turn around.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
guess I'm going
first,
to the employee
just to
lounge.
admire it.
Here's another one that's on. 447. Hello. That looks very different.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
Give me a
room.
cold drink.
Stanley
a generic
simply stood
cold
here,
drink for
drinking
$1.25.
it all in.
Or, no, that's coffee. Never mind. Tea,
But eager
please.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Right, yes. This door here? Okay.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
I
and got
don't
back on
think
track.
so.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office.
Nope.
He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yep.
So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
I don't
It's
know.
clearly-
What were you thinking?
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Do 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 do
see,
do
we went down
do
right,
do
left,
do
down,
do do
left,
do do
right.
do.
Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Splendid. That's a truck. The lights are on. Signs of human life. Wait a minute. The lights are on and I'm not dying of carbon monoxide poisoning? That's an impressive battery that truck has.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Ah!
Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Just
And this
restart the
time,
game from the
Suppose we
beginning.
don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
From the top. Hello.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the
It could
meeting
mean
room.
that the
Perhaps he
game
had
developers
simply
wanted
missed
to
a memo.
save some money on character animations and voice work. There's a coffee spill over it. Wait, was there always a coffee spill here? Uh-oh.
When Stanley... Wait, Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be...
I can't even
did something change? Stanley, did you
Sound effects
change
on these
anything when we
doors.
were back in that room with all the monitors?
I did not.
you move the story somewhere, or...
I could not possibly have done such a thing. I am only allowed to interact with the things that you allow me to interact with. I don't even have a jump button!
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
I'm going on an adventure.
Let's find
I want to go this way.
story.
Give me a jump button and I will go on an adventure. Fine. Right. Hello. Did you just unlock the entire building for me? Are we, what is happening? What is happening right now? I'm actually trying to loop back to where we were before, but, that does not appear to be something that is...
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
Right, yes.
Do we just...
Do
we need to restart the game again?
I prefer not
I
to.
find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
No.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
What
Why
I'm going
not?
to do is I'm just going to... All you have to do to get out of a maze is find a wall and attach yourself to it. So I was just
All
going to
this
turn
code
left
is
at every
gone.
opportunity.
What could it mean?
We would have gotten
Stanley
out, Mr.
decided to go
Narrator
to the
Man.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It would have been absolutely fine. It would have been absolutely fine. I know how to get out of mazes.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
Look what you've
I
done.
might be remembering this wrong.
Yes,
It's
that's what's
possible
happening,
the
yeah.
story is back where we just came from.
I
Why don't we go back the
sincerely
other
doubt
direction and see if we missed anything?
All right, fine. Let's do that. How about you open this door and let me explore over here? I would like to know what is in room 4B3, please. Now, pity.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something.
This is
the
different.
story. Here it comes.
Oh, non-Euclidean geometry
No, wait,
is the
never
thing
mind.
that we're doing
Not the
now.
story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I'm guessing the other way isn't the other way now. Yep. Yes. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. So the employee who's not so secretly an axe murderer works here.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
No, it's definitely a shed.
Do you remember,
a shed in
Stanley?
Siberia?
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Thank you.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I
Some
disagree.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Dun 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 dun.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Philosophies.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I couldn't.
Dum, 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 dum,
music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Right,
You
yes.
won't want to miss
1,
anything.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 leaves on this one. 1, 2, 3. Anyway.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story?
What is happening?
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Wait a minute. So I was 427, but I was in the office with 431 through 436. And meanwhile, the other 420s were in the next room. That's why I got confused. Shut up.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart. You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's
Right.
it ever done for us? We're
Let's have a
intelligent people,
sandwich.
right? Why can't
And
we
an
make up our
orgy.
own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable.
Stanley went
Why
to
don't we
lunch.
simply start
Then he
wandering
had
in-
an
well,
orgy.
I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything.
It could be
what
nothing.
do you want our story to be?
One with sandwiches
Go
and
wild.
orgies.
Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
We are just going around in circles at this point, Mr. Narrator, sir. I think we should stop. I don't like this story. Let's go a different way. Oh, good. The store's still open. I find that quite interesting. You know what? I think I prefer my boring desk job after all. Now, fine. I will walk around in circles in your silly office building. Much prefer a cabin in Siberia.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Okay, I will not acknowledge the line. I will walk forward, and the fact that the line is going in the same direction as me is purely coincidental. Oh, good, the line's gone away. I didn't acknowledge it. I did not acknowledge it.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Right.
From here, the story is in our control.
No, I said
How
right.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Take your
Just
time.
walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead
No.
somewhere.
No,
which
I think
means
I'm going
that
to make a choice and
somewhere,
not
the
walk in
place where
circles.
we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin.
I don't
so
think so.
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
Right.
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
I came to that
Another
conclusion
victory
a
for
minute
logic.
ago. Open
Come,
the door.
Stanley. Our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's only one
Nonsense,
giant
philosophy,
ending?
and music? No,
We're
this was my
supposed to
favorite
restart
part of the
game
game.
Eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now,
Find
according
a
to the
bookstore.
schedule, I restart
Get
again.
bored
What?
and leave?
Am
I have
just
never
supposed to
gotten
forget?
bored and left
Well,
a
what if I don't want to
bookstore.
forget?
In fact, I am
mind
playing
goes
this
blank
video game
simply
in a
because it's written
bookstore,
here on
and the
this
bookstore manager
thing
is looking at me and
wall.
demanding that I leave his
Well,
bookstore
who consulted
because
me?
it is 3
Why
in the
don't I get to
morning.
decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm
No.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey.
No,
They're always
this is
saying that life is
purgatory.
about the journey,
Which
and
I guess
not
is
the
some sort of destination.
So I hope that's where we are right now.
Not
We'll
really a
find out,
destination
won't
if
we?
everyone ends up there.
Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Well, I think I found a way to break the cycle, and that way is I'm going to go back to work now. Gotcha. Madcap finally learned how to lead his targets. Don't worry, he'll forget before the next video comes out. What? There's another gate to Oblivion right here. The frick is going on? That's alright, we are now on top of the buildings. That's, again, just a perfectly normal place for a bus to be. Let's turn on the assassinate button. You're dead. Oh, you're launching some sort of rocket at me. That's cute.